सबको नमस्कार। मैं हूँ राकेश। टियाटा एसेंस के नए वीडियो में आपका स्वागत है और आज हम आपके लिए लाए हैं नया टॉपिक इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस। Hi everyone, I'm Rakesh. Welcome to another video of टियाटा Essence, and today I'm going to deep dive on emotional intelligence. When you lose your job, you experience a mix of emotions: sadness, frustration, and a sense of fear. These are perfectly normal, but let's deep dive into these topics. Losing the job makes you feel uncertain about your future and your self-worth. You understand the root of your emotion, that is self-awareness. You resist the urge to blame your manager. Instead, you take time to cool off and plan your next step. That is self-regulation. You realize other employees are also being laid off and you share the same struggle. By understanding their feelings, you show empathy. Self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, each of these emotional intelligence helps us in shaping how we think, decide, and relate in our daily life. Emotions are not the obstacles to the logic, but they are the signals guiding for better choices. Emotional intelligence reveals our ability to manage emotions. It is not just IQ, but it also helps to determine success, happiness, and resilience in life. The author Daniel Goleman shows that being smart is not only about logic or knowledge, but it is also about self-awareness, empathy, and emotional mastery. To compare, it's like driving a powerful car where intelligence is the engine and emotional intelligence is the steering wheel. Without the emotional control, even the smartest people will still crash. To explore further, I will be highlighting the key insights from the book Emotional Intelligence by the author Daniel Goleman. To continue further, let's define what is emotional intelligence. The author Daniel Goleman defines emotional intelligence as the ability to understand, recognize, and manage your own emotions as well as influence others' emotions wisely. Emotional intelligence is made of 5 key components. The first one is self-awareness, second is self-regulation, third is motivation, fourth is empathy, and fifth is social skills. For example, if a manager remains calm in crisis, listens before reacting, and supports the team emotionally, then that demonstrates high emotional intelligence. To compare further, we can think of emotional intelligence as the emotional GPS. It does not stop the storms, but it still helps to navigate through them safely. Now, let's explore the 5 key elements or components of emotional intelligence, starting with self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence, and self-aware people understand their feelings, triggers, and their strengths. They notice emotions as they happen and name them accurately. For example, I am anxious, not just I feel bad. For example, before a presentation, you feel nervousness and use breathing to steady yourself instead of snapping at others. To compare further, it's like checking the weather before leaving home. Knowing the emotional forecast prepares you for the day. Next, self-regulation. It is not about suppressing emotions but responding instead of reacting. Emotional control allows for clarity under pressure, adaptability, and trustworthiness. For example, when you receive a harsh feedback, instead of defending yourself, you pause, you reflect, and you respond constructively. To compare, it's like using a thermostat for your emotions. You can adjust the temperature before things overheat. Another component of emotional intelligence is motivation. True motivation comes from within, not from pressure, but from purpose and growth. People with high emotional intelligence use setback as fuel, but not as excuses. For example, after missing a promotion, instead of giving up, you focus on improving your skills and building credibility. To compare further, think of motivation as the inner beauty. External praise charges a little, but the purpose keeps it running for a longer period of time. Next, empathy, understanding others' feeling. Empathy is tuning into how others feel even when they don't say it. It builds compassion, trust, and effective relationships. For example, a teacher noticing a quiet student's discomfort and gently drawing them into conversation shows emotional intelligence in action. To compare further, empathy is like emotional Wi-Fi. It is invisible, but it connects people across emotional distance. Another component of emotional intelligence is social skills. Social skills in action refer teamwork, communication, conflict management, and influence. People with strong social skills can connect authentically even with those they disagree with. For example, during a tough meeting, a leader who listens actively and keeps the tone respectfully turns the tension into teamwork. To compare further, social skills are the art of dancing with others. You adjust your steps to stay in the rhythm with the group. Next, why emotional intelligence matters more than intelligence. Study shows that intelligence accounts for only 20% of success. The rest comes from emotional intelligence like resilience, empathy, and adaptability. Emotional intelligence determines how we handle stress, communicate, and recover from the failure. For example, a brilliant but arrogant engineer may fall in leadership, but a moderately smart and emotionally skilled person can thrive. To compare further, intelligence gets you the job, but emotional intelligence gets you the promotion and the respect. Next, emotional hijacking, that is, when emotions take over. Our brain's emotion center can override rational thinking, leading to impulsive reactions, also known as emotional hijacking. Recognizing this moment early helps us to stop before doing or saying something that we regret. For example, when you get an angry email, it almost fires back immediately, but taking a breath and waiting saves your relationship. To compare further, like a car alarm going off at every bump, your brain sometimes overreacts. Emotional intelligence helps you to reset the alarm. The final topic and insight is developing emotional intelligence. It is a skill but not a trait. Emotional intelligence can be learned and strengthened over time. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, and actively listening enhance the emotional intelligence. For example, reflecting nightly on what triggered your emotions and how you responded builds awareness and self-regulation. To compare further, emotional intelligence is like a muscle. The more you practice emotional intelligence and empathy, the stronger it gets. In conclusion, emotional intelligence teaches us that success is not about being the smartest in the room, but it is about being the most aware, calm, and connected. When logic meets empathy, wisdom is born. On a final note, life is not about controlling every emotions, but it is about learning how to surf in the waves. Emotional intelligence is the surfboard. I hope you like the key insights from the book Emotional Intelligence as highlighted by the author Daniel Goleman. Thank you for watching, and to support, kindly subscribe to Theater Essence. Thank you and stay safe.